All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, taught this word and truth and sincerity. And salutations to the hopeful elect, that's pushing this word around the four corners of the earth as well. All right, this your brother Lamad Allah coming back with doing the work of the Lord, what we were called to do. All right. Hey, salutations to the hopeful elect as well. And Lord willing, this video is edifying. All right, to the sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. I just honestly, I was just going through the some of the news articles that I found. Honestly, I read through a couple of them, and then some of them I just skimmed through them. Slack you. But anyway, so we know that the uproars of the people, all right, uproars of the people is one of the things that that was said in prophecy that was supposed to happen. All right, and right now, if you pay attention, you can actually see in almost every state. Honestly, I think in every state, you might as well say, there's being the people are uproaring. All right, there's being uproars of the people because of what's going on? Inflation, superinflation, and then hyperinflation, right? And these are the causes of the uproars of the people. All right. Because eventually we know that all of this is tied into that MOTB, all right? This is what has to happen for the people in order for them to, get what they need. They're going to have to submit to the will, all right? They have to, and when I say the will, I mean they're going to have to submit into that mark, Salakia. They're going to get forced. This is how they are going to get forced to submit to that mark, because you're going to have a way to live. You're going to have a way to eat. You're going to have a way to support your family. And this is what they're everybody has always been taught. But we know, the hopeful elect is going to put our trust and our faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right. And stay away from that, Lord willing, we are of that number, But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. Let me get the scripture first. All right? It says, you know what? I'm gonna go back. Might as well. All right. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter. Wait. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. Here we go. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And these are the times, all right? These are the things that we were told to look out for, because what the apostles or the men of the Lord always ask it. They were asking, when is the time to set up the kingdom? All right. How are we going to know that you're coming back? When should we know the time? How can we measure the times? And these are the things. This is how we're measuring the times, by the prophecies. All right. And now we see these things are coming to pass. Now we know actually it's the Lord that's doing it. That's the Lord visiting the world which he made. All right. Look, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, all around the world right now, there's uproars. Now, this is just in California. I'm going to go ahead and get on this, and then I'm going to hit back up on the scripture. It says, fed up. California workers across industries demand more amid rising costs of living, right? We'll go down fast food, cooks, cashiers, caretakers, housekeepers, hospital staff, school bus drivers, custodians, state employees, workers from all kinds of industries are demanding more in wages and benefits in order to keep up with the rising cost of living in California. We already know California is a place where, it's already high. I stayed in California for a little while. All right. Yes, it's high as hell. Now, I can't imagine what it is now. I left there. One reason is because of that. But we keep going. All right. Workers from all kinds of industries are demanding more in wages and benefits in order to keep up with the rising cost of living. That's the inflation. All right. In California, they are backed by a wave of Democrat-led legislation making its way through the state capitol, converging with ballot measures and funding requests from Governor Gavin Newsom. All right. To create a workers' right moment that seems unique, even for one of the most union-friendly states in the nation, you see? And so if you understand, the unions, unions are supposed to be able to produce more money, and you're supposed to get more money when you're in a union. You're actually taken care of a lot more in the unions, all right? You have more benefits. Yeah, you pay a little union fee or whatever, but all in all, you get your retirement, everything that comes with that, It's supposed to be a place where the union and financially you would be stable, but that's not the case. All right? That is definitely not the case, and we can see that. All right? It says we used to be at four. I skipped down a little bit. What's it? I'll keep reading. It's like the calls come as support staff of Los Angeles Unified. The country's second largest school district walked out of the classrooms on strike, and the state workers railed outside the Capitol in Sacramento this week. So they just, walk up and left. They're on strike. They need to get paid more money. But that's not going to happen, And if it is, then eventually, it's going to go back to it's going to go, Slovakia. Lost my train of thought. I'm not even going to say it. All right, I'm going to just keep going. All right, Slovakia. But anyway, all of this stuff is going to, fail anyway. All right. Hyperinflation, you're not going to, they're not going to be able to afford anything, So anyway, we used to be able to afford to go out to eat, but even fast food is expensive. That's what I'm saying, that inflation. All right. We would donate to and this is one part I found that was funny. Not funny, but, she gives you the perspective. All right. Now it says we used to be able to afford to go out to eat, but even fast food is expensive. We would donate to the food banks, and now we're finding ourselves going to the same food banks to get things for ourselves. You see? That's how you know there's something going on. You used to donate to the food banks, used to be all comfortable. Used to, you'd be able to do what you want. Now, it's flipped. Now it's flipped. Now they have to go to the food banks. They have to go to the Shalom centers, you might as well say. They have to go and get help to get food because they can't afford it. But that's what's supposed to happen. All right. Now, we can keep going on this, but I'm not gonna make this too long. But that's what we see. The uproars of the people. These people are on strike, and this is not just in California. This is all around the world. If it has, it doesn't all, necessarily always have to do with, the hyperinflation. There's other things that's going on as well. From the government, to voting, to we actually look. I'm already on the news channel. Let me just go ahead and scroll through this. All right, we gonna look at this. Look, earthquakes in diverse places. Right, the storms. Another storm while it's California, while flood fears stretch from Oklahoma to West Virginia. That's like from the middle of the country to the far east side of the country. All right. You see? These are the things that was said to watch for. All right? Congress skeptical. Okay, we're going to keep going. TikTok bullshit. Look at this. Los Angeles school workers are on strike. Now, this was different. All right? Oh, no, this is what it said in that first paragraph. All right? But this is two different things. It says the school workers are on strike. Parents say they get it. I mean, I'm not going to go into it, but we understand because they need the money. You know? First person, okay. No, all right. Look, tornado damages buildings, tornadoes. You know, this is what as protests continue, Israel passes judicial overhaul law that protects Netanyahu. I know. I'm not gonna get into that, but it's still uproars of the people because if I can remember, they were trying to get that dude out of office. All right. But anyway, this is still uproars of the people because they see they have a faulty government, hyperinflation, inflation. All right. The cost of living. Look at this. New Starbucks CEO plans to pull barista shifts in stores every month. Pulling shifts mean people are losing their jobs. All right. When they lose their jobs, what's this going to cause? Uproar of the people. All right. I had some more scriptures. Salakia. Uproars of the people. All right. Where we have, we go back to the second Esdras. This is second Esdras 15 and 14. All right. And it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right. Woe is destruction. All right. Because that's what's coming to America. All right. Spiritual Babylon. Destruction. It says, for the sword and their destruction draws nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. The swords in their with swords and swords in their hands. Because you got to understand what's going to happen once all of these things that are happening. These people can't get money. These people can't get food. Can't provide for their families. What's going to happen? All right, they're going to be fighting against each other eventually. All right, and it says 2 Esdras 15:16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see? And nobody's going to really care. All right? They're not going to listen to the police. They're not going to listen to the police. The police going to be right along with the people. Eventually. Fighting against the government, I wouldn't say fighting against the government, but, they're not going to really, like it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. That's the people that's over them, the governors, their mayors, all right? Their state informers, all the way up to the damn president. Ain't nobody going to care because of these things, because of all of this stuff that they're pushing, all right? And the power, and their actions shall stand in their power. See? And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stop right there. But also I had Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what's going to happen. All right? Like it already said, invading one another, right? They're not going to regard their kings nor their princes. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog society, a purge society. All right, and that's what's coming. That's exactly what's coming. It's going to be a purge society. All right. You have to, or you can, if you remember that movie. The movie is called I can't think of it. What is it? With Denzel Washington. I can't even think of it, man. I just have to. The Book of Eli. What were they doing? Yeah, I mean, honestly, okay. The Book of Eli was after the destruction. It was showing after destruction and things like that. But you got to understand. You see how they were. How they were when he was on his journey, you had people there just grabbing up women, raping them. They ain't really show you, all that, but we know, we can speculate that's what was going on. They were raping, killing, robbing, murdering, Like I said, get pretty much. Hey, you gotta live. You gotta fend. You gotta fend for yourself to survive, and that's what's coming. Especially with, like I said, with this hyperinflation, the famine. All of these things are going to come to pass, and this is what we're seeing now. That's why I said measure out the time diligently in itself, because when these things are coming to pass, then the Most High is visiting the world that He created. All right. It's like it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. All right, stay vigilant. These things are actually coming to pass. All right. Well, with that, I would like to give all glory, honor, and praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, taught this word in true sincerity, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's pushing this word as well. All right. Lord willing, this video was edifying to the sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. These things are actually coming to pass, and we see them day by day. All right. So, pray that the Lord is with us when these things actually come, when it heats up. When it starts to heat up, Lord willing, that the Lord will actually be with us and comfort us in them time if we are of the men. All right. Now, shalom.